Marty.
Back to live action here at Langford's Westhills Stadium and the Rugby Canada Centre of Excellence. You're watching the Canadian University Championships as McMaster and UVic get set to take in this Cup quarterfinal match. Doug Cross with Gareth Reese. And we just saw one UVic team dismantle Alberta. This is the other half of their little pairing there in this pool.
Yeah, and on the same side of the draw, this is 4v5, UVic Norseman and McMaster, so it should be a good one.
Big, deep kickoff by Connor Llewellyn from UVic, and McMaster want to make a statement in this game, and they've had mixed results here this weekend, but they are looking to do big things on day 2 here. Big tackle on Dobbs. Long spin pass. Linking outside there. Now McMaster, one-handed, ill-advised pass, gets to the target, but the the Norsemen there in numbers to stop that knock on, and it'll be scrum to the Norsemen.
Yeah, interesting. McMaster choosing to play with real width there, stretching this UVic Norseman side. I don't know if that's in their best interest, but there is pace on this MAC team. And Chris Gordon was almost unstoppable when he got any kind of that pace. He'll be on the wing off to the right of your screen. But there was a knock on, so scrum down, first attacking attempt to UVic.
And McMaster pushing through that scrum and maybe coming away with that ball. It's loose on the ground. No, it's back UVic side.
Set piece move with Clee coming back on the ball. Well reset, those forwards getting back into a useful position. Whoa! There's the boss of the day so far. That's Jeff Niesma-Miller.
And now UVic is going to get on the outside. The Norseman, that's number 7, Gaston, and he is caught just before the line. Didn't quite pick up that number as he went across.
It's Llewellyn, I think, in a supporting role.
So Connor Llewellyn touching down in the hard corner there on the right side. But all started from that big pop in midfield.
And the referee just having a chat on the right of your screen there, making sure it is a try. He hasn't signaled yet. So they're all having a discussion. And there it is. It will be a try. Llewellyn will take the conversion, and he's happy to see that.
So Llewellyn just wishing it so, and it happened.
But what a big hit. The crowd went crazy for the hit. Jeff Niesma-Miller in the midfield. That started the movement. That was the initial incursion. And then credit Chris Gordon. We talked about his pace and his guile in attack, but totally committed in defense, jumping on the runner and stopping that. But Llewellyn had the presence to pop around and take the supporting pass.
So this Norseman side made up by Robbie Anderson, Jeff Niesma-Miller, Isaac Kay, Hayden Evans, Doug Fraser, Keenan Horton, Dave Morgan, Adam Kleberger, Lucas Balkovic, Vaughn Gaston, Connor Llewellyn, and Jonathan Lorimer. On the McMaster side, Chris Gordon on the field, along with Graham Dobbs, Evan Smith, Andrew Ferguson, the captain, Cam Stones, Mackenzie Chown, Chad Strapp, Richard Omrod, Ethan Sanders, Jonah Nadler, Davor Stoyanovich, and Trevor Anderson as play back underway. UVic kicking off to McMaster.
And there is Andrew Ferguson on the ball, the captain. He's going to have to be trying to unlock this UVic defense. He's a leader, very experienced player, played for Canada 20 team last year, and there he is at the base of the scrum trying to get that ball away. And
Dobbs playing a bit of bash ball there, another big contact point there. And now that is Smorchevsky bringing that back to the mark. Flip out pass to Ferguson. Quick bullet pass back to Ferguson. He's trying to find a gap. He's found a half gap. That was good work. But the Vikes there absorbing that pressure. Taken cleanly there by Anderson.
Wow.
Oh, it's going to be brought back. Crossing, says Smorchevsky. And so it looked like it was going to be a clean pair of heels there for the Norsemen, but instead it is a penalty, and McMaster will have it inside Norseman territory.
The local fans here, we're just outside of Victoria, about 25 minutes north of campus here, not happy that Dave Morgan was brought back. It will give Ferguson a chance to gain territory and set up a set-piece move for Mac. So a bit of a turnaround there and a big call from Smorchevsky to bring him back. Can Mac get on the board here?
Haven't seen a lot of kicking for space in the opening games of day 2 here, so let's see if they can get the clean transfer from the line out. Well taken by Stones, yeah. Long spin pass. They're looking to spread the Norsemen if they can. Stutter step.
Wow.
And outside collar tackle on Chris Gordon. And nearly a dangerous tackle there, grabbing him in the NFL. They call that a horse collar tackle and get a penalty for it. And here, just keep it down below the shoulders is the request.
Yeah, Von Gaston did well in defense, held the line, and Dougie Fraser came over to help him. But it looked like Gordon may even get on the outside, but say that last grass tackle on the jersey.
Dave Morgan will throw in for the Norsemen.
That's a feature of 7's rugby. The scrum half generally throws in and then gets it back again. Kleberger will go up, and it's an overthrow. Huge opportunity here for Mac.
Chown taking it, Mackenzie Chown, just a couple meters out. They're looking for more, thinking going right, but now it's back to the left side, and Strap, and telegraphing that one, but now the drop ball is going to stop that as Evan Smith couldn't quite find the handle. But these guys are not holding back on the physical side.
Big Cam Stones there, number 4 on your right of your jersey there, screen, sorry. Didn't see the man coming, and I think Fraser may have taken the worst of that.
Yeah, Doug Fraser, I think he's holding the precious part of the body there, and I don't know, just generally in distress. But
Kleberger can relate. He's been on the physio table a bit lately, and that was Stones actually did well. He rode that hit, the blind hit, and then offloaded, but unfortunately it was knocked on. Really a chance gone begging for McMaster there. The long overthrow, and they weren't able to punch it in. Maybe a little bit more direct and a little bit more commitment would have got him over the line.
Easily the most physical encounter we've seen so far this morning. These two teams coming out to get it done.
Well, this is the business end, as we said, the cup competition. A scrappy scrum from UVic.
Great job by Kleberger going to his flanker routes and getting to that ball and getting it off the ground. Bouncing ball going UVic way nearly, but McMaster finding the ball ultimately.
Great pass from Ferguson.
That's a great job by Chown, Mackenzie Chown. Quick pass off the nose of Dobbs, but he manages to hold on to it. And now getting there in numbers, spin pass by Stones. Out to Strap. Ormerard.
Another big hit from Robbie Anderson.
And so a bit of consistency here from McMaster. Another big hit. You can hear the crowd just reacting and loving it. That ball's gone over UVic way. Schmortewski says that's fine. Kleberger checking his options, going back to his left. The offload from the tackle doesn't find the target. It'll be a scrum to McMaster, and fans enjoying this play. 5-0 is the score, and this is not over by any shot.
Hey, Doug, are we in Fiji? This is insane. There's some huge hits going in. Adam Kleberger, I guess, proving once and for all the shoulder's good to go, laying out his opposite number, and the crowd on their toes. A lot of athletes here have been playing this morning.
Yeah.
They're feeling pretty sore, and I think there's some empathy in some of these groans coming from the crowd.
I think it's going to be an interesting sheet filled out for injuries after. It's nice near fend-off by Strap. McMaster with the bit in their teeth, and now penalty. And yeah, this is the biggest crowd reaction we've had, and that's going to be a try for McMaster, and that's Ferguson, the captain, getting across. And so we're tied up at 5 here. So great job by McMaster being patient and finally solving the UVic defense.
Yeah, UVic probably guilty of scrambling a little too much, but Andrew Ferguson, we pointed him out. If he's a guy, if Mac's going to go well, he's got to take it on his shoulders, and he's done that 2 or 3 times here, and it's been all Mac the last 3 minutes. So big conversion to come. He will take that as well, and this will be an early lead.
Yeah, exactly. This is an important 2 points in a game that doesn't look like there's going to be a lot on offer scoring-wise.
Great strike.
It's just drifting and in. Wow, terrific kick by number 7, Andrew Ferguson, the captain, getting it done when he had to, and that is halftime with a 2-point lead. That's a huge, huge conversion for McMaster.
Well, that's pure class, you know. He's doing it on the field as a leader, but also stepping up. One of the close skills we talk about in 7's. He took his time, set it down, and straight through the middle. So full credit to him and the McMaster team. So even though they're in here as a 5 seed, it's McMaster making all the noise the last couple minutes here in this Cup quarterfinal.
So I've got to say it's been great being part of this tournament. This is the second of the 3 tournaments I've been involved with, and just seeing the growth of it. But the sheer organization that requires volunteers and everything from the Langford community, the local people have really stepped up in terms of supporting businesses, the hotel, 4 Point Sheraton where we're staying, and budget and the whole gang, as well as the Rugby Canada staff.
Yeah, I think so, Doug. I mean, this tournament's grown. There were some great scenes out here last night. The rain was pouring down. We were entering our 12th hour of competition at the two fields out here in Langford. And there were volunteers out here under plastic ponchos doing their bit, running balls out to the middle, doing exactly what was required. And great for rugby that that's happened. But also on the flip side, as you said, you and I have been here since this was an 8-team tournament with massive gaps. We weren't sure if teams were going to come, and now there's a real appetite. And I think it speaks to where rugby in the world is, but also rugby sevens is in Canada. There's a growing appreciation, a lot of interest in getting involved in rugby sevens.
I think we should think about a name change for next year and call it the Ironman Canadian University Championships because everyone was gassed. I think everyone just fell into bed at around midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning after such a long day.
Yeah, pools of 5, which is fairly rare in sevens. We only had 15 teams on the men's side and 10 on the women. So just one more team, and
it would have been a much shorter day.
Yeah,
it's very counterintuitive. One more team, a bunch less games. So.
Yeah.
So come on, if you're a coach anywhere in the country who thinks that they could run with these teams, get your name in early, and let's have a 16-team, four pools of 4.
And as we look at Ferguson getting to restart, just off camera, Smorchevsky was having a little conversation with Kleberger, maybe trying to influence the referee with his star profile, and without the beard, I hope he recognized him.
Yeah, going, you are who? Yeah. Kleberger off his shoulder, but stays UVic side. Dave Morgan distributing it now. The offload. Morgan, that's Llewellyn. And now passes it in open play. No offside because it was open play. And that's a great job by Strap from McMaster. McMaster not wanting to get too isolated. The captain, Ferguson, now holding on to it. Finally, it releases out left to Strap. Long ball. Bit of a stutter step
beautiful.
Outside. Now McMaster showing they're here to play. Not tackled, not brought down and held. So is that going to be a try? Yes, it is. Smorchevsky checking with the in-goal judge. And
I think that's Graham Dobbs all the way over there. He did it on his own. He didn't have much room to work and went off his right foot, inside out, skinned his man, and then had enough presence at the end to flop over the line.
So the Norsemen feeling the pressure now, down 12-5 in this game on their home turf, so to speak. The boys from the East, and don't think that there isn't a lot of regional tribalism going on. The university schools from Ontario want to show that they can play with the big boys from BC. And
they do, and as
Masters.
Ferguson lines this one up, it's a good strike again, but he's pushed it out in front, so no extra 2. But in both end zones, we've got Western warming up in Queens. Another great rivalry to follow this one, Ontario-based. But, Western are the current holders of this cup. UVic won it in the first year, and I know there's been some feathers ruffled that UVic maybe feel they want to get that cup back and keep it down here in the Lower Island.
Of course, Connor Traynor with Western from Vancouver. A lot of people think he's a bit of a traitor and Kleberger's gone down hard off that restart, and he is on his knees. Play continues, but he is feeling the ill effects. He thumped hard on the back of his head as he went to ground. And that's Jeff Nischemiller distributing, and no one out to tend to Kleberger yet. They're getting ready to, but now another big tackle. That one against Robbie Anderson. Ball coming back now, and Kleberger standing out wide, and I don't know how much he wants to get
this ball, and he doesn't want it, I don't think.
Yeah, he's kind of like, hey, knock it off. Anderson finds Kleberger, and Kleberger showing a good first step. Now he's going to ground, and now great ball skills there, putting the ball to ground and then picking it up as he gets to his feet. Llewellyn jinking and jiving, and now the offload to Horton, Keenan Horton.
Good work from Llewellyn again, doubling around to the blind side. Oh, and there's Fraser with the step.
Doug Fraser, who in the first half was suffering from a huge tackle, as showing no ill effects from that tackle as he breaks through and scores a try. And so now this is a big conversion. It's under the post, and we'll be tied up at 12 likely if Llewellyn can do the trick.
You didn't just do that, did you, Dougie? Likely. Connor Llewellyn. I got to give him credit. Doug Fraser finished, and we know he can do it. Llewellyn sticks the extra 2 over, but I really thought he's done a lot for this team. He's very busy around the ball. In that case, there was nothing on. He worked off the ball to get into space, and that's what got Fraser coming through a hole. So very intelligent play from Connor Llewellyn. I've been very, very impressed with him.
worried about Adam Kleberger, who is on the comeback trail, and he's staying in the game. But, boy, he was suffering maybe more just the wind knocked out of him than anything else. And, Kleberger looking to put a tackle in. What a tackle by Adam Kleberger. And he has delivered the goods on that one. And the crowd enjoying that hit as McMaster retains the ball, but under all kinds of pressure, and now penalty against the Vikes, and Kleberger going to ground, but the crowd going, thank you very much for that tackle.
It's almost like we were in slow motion here for a minute, Doug. The whole crowd knew it was coming.
Ferguson spinning it out wide. That's Ormrod. And good team tackling by the Norsemen. Loose ball. Bit of a step back inside Ormrod. And McMaster really just having lots of space. Now, Kleberger nearly had his second big tackle in the last couple of minutes. Knock on ball here. Advantage being played as Llewellyn flings it back to Dave Morgan. Morgan finding the gap now. He has split the cover. One more to beat. Now it's going to be a foot race to the line. He's run out of gas trying to shrug himself out of that tackle. Now help has arrived. Vikes on the front foot here. Ball staying Vikes side. Now that's Fraser. Will he get his second of the half? The Norsemen being very patient. Sorry, called them the Vikes a second ago. Now it's Kleberger outside now to Jeff Nisha-Miller. McMaster really doing well in defense here. Remember, we're tied at 12, and there is just a minute 37 left. So Doug Fraser looking to break this deadlock. He's tackled. Ball loose now. It's out. Schwarczewski said it was out. No reaction by McMaster as Robbie Anderson now spins it out to Horton. And now that is going to be Jeff Nisha-Miller with the score over on the right side. And with the clock winding down, it's pressure time for McMaster. This looks like it will be a 5-point try because they shepherded it out to the wide side.
Well, that crowd there getting a rare treat, but there's a lot of tired bodies spread around this field. Remember, 4 games yesterday. This is the first one of day 2. And UVic's patience being paid off there. Had the skills to move it there wide. Adam Kleberger did well to step inside his man and then get it open, but there's some very, very tired bodies.
Unlike the last game we saw with UVic and Alberta, which was kind of a clinical win by the Vikes men with a lot of tries but not too much tackling. Both teams are putting in the big hits and running all over this field. There is the conversion attempt. Flag stays down. So 17-12 with 25 seconds left. This could be an exciting finish because a converted try will win it for McMaster. They've just got to get the ball and hold on to it.
Yeah, that's where these hanging kickoffs, we've talked about it yesterday, how important they are. Big pressure on Llewellyn. Solid kick, doesn't want to kick it dead. And then a good wall coming up from UVic. Mac will want to get their hands on the ball, and we've got to look to Ferguson to be the key guy, I would think.
Dave Morgan with a big kickoff. And good cover tackle by number 23, Lucas Balkovic. And the knock-on will end any chance of a comeback. The knock-on, will he have time for one more scrum? I think he will. No, that is, and so McMaster hoping that there would be at least a scrum to keep them alive. Instead, it is a Norseman win, so the University of Victoria twice victorious in 2 games there in the men's cup quarterfinal round, but a great effort put in by McMaster, and I don't think we've heard the last of them yet this weekend in terms of winning.
No, mark your calendar, 3:46 this afternoon. UVic Norsemen, the second team, versus UVic Vikes, the first team. Great action there, and Mac perhaps unlucky. I thought they played a smart game. They used their resources well, but in the end, UVic just able to get that one last try.
So that'll do it for now. We're going to stop and reset as Ryan Smith and Brian Kelly come in to bring you action between Western and Queens and all Ontario Boiler. And you've been listening to Gareth Reese and Doug Cross from the University 7's Championships in Langford, British Columbia. More in a moment.